Hi. So in this session, I want to discuss that how the flow of finally is working. Okay. So what will happen whether it's because finally will be raised, finally will be executed, whether exception will be there or not. Okay. So let's see and explore the functionality of finally. Let's say I am printing numerator and denominator both in finally, something like this. If I am doing this, okay. So how the code is running? So first of all, I will specify the numerator. I will give the numerator. I will specify the denominator. I will give the denominator. If any value error is raised, let's say I give ABC and numerator will not be there. So the code error will be there in this line. I will raise the exception. I will go to this value error. Numerator and denominator should be integer. After that, else will not be executed because exception was there. It will go to finally. It will try to print numerator. But what will happen in case of denominator? No numerator is there and no denominator is there. So let's try to run this. What happens in this case? If I give ABC, so exception has been raised and name num is not defined is coming in 26 line. This line is coming. But if I am doing this, enter the numerator 5 is there. If I write this ABC, so here 5 has been printed, but the exception is denominator is not defined. So whoever will be in the scope will be printed. So how this was done? If I give numerator as 5, so numerator have a value 5 here. There has been there. N equal to input, enter the denominator equal to int. You have given ABC, it was not able to execute. It has read value error. You got the output that numerator and denominator should be integers. You got this output. After that, this exception, after this exception, one exception is handled. It will not go to else because exception has been raised. It will go to finally. It will print the numerator. Yes, you have a numerator. You have printed that. You don't have a denominator. You don't have a denominator. That's why you getting error. Denominator is not defined. Okay. Similarly, you can have a numerator and denominator, but you may or may not have value. It will depend error was raised or not. Okay. So in this case, what will happen? 5 and 2 was there. You had both 2.5 and 5 are printed. How? Else executed. Print value was there. So you had printed this print value. You had printed numerator is 5. You had printed denominator is 5 and 2.5 is there. Okay. Now, if the error is raised, let's say this 5 0. Now what is coming? 0 denominator is raised. Okay. 0 denominator is raised. That's why after this raising, you come to this 0 denominator. You had printed 0 denominator is raised. After that, it will not go to else because this code has exception. You will go to finally. You had printed 5. You had printed denominator 0, but you don't have value because this was not executed. This was 5. This was 0. Denominator equal to 0. After this code, no code in try was executed. It will just go from here to here and after that to here. Okay. So whatever lines are missed, that will be missed. If value was executed, then you get the value. If your value was not executed, then you didn't get the value. So this is how the code is running. If you come to any exception, it go from any try, it will go to that exception and after that it will go to finally. So if a try is there, these lines of code are running. There is lines of code present here. If you raise any exception here, these lines will never be executed. It will go to except. After except, it will go to finally. And this is how the code is running. If you try to access any variable that is defined in this code, you will not be able to access it. Okay. This is a logical thing and you should not use variables in case of finally. Okay. So use all of these carefully and because some exceptions may come, some errors may come if you don't write the code properly.